This is to all of you who drink. I looked up a bunch of subjects and this came up. Drugs. Pot. Safer than alcohol. That is the question here. I'd like to state my opinion of alcohol right now before we even start. My opinion of alcohol is that it is, as I said in the previous video, a good and a bad thing at the same time because of what I said. And if you are watching this for the first time, and this is the first video that you happen to see of this series of videos, I urge you to start from the beginning and understand exactly where I come from and why I support what I do. This appears to be a relatively short article. I was hoping it might be a little bit longer. More Americans than ever are turning on with marijuana. Most of them are under 21, but an astonishing number of respectable adult citizens are also using sticks or joints or grass. Please note that they did say an astonishing number of respectable citizens. These are the citizens that exist in the government and all kinds of other areas. Do not let the government lie to you and let them say that there is no member of government who smokes pot, when in fact many of them may smoke pot. I should do some research. I heard a little while ago that at one point George W. Bush did cocaine, which is a heavier drug than pot, and I do not feel as safe. Maybe I'll do something on cocaine as well, because I kind of feel strong about how it's a bad thing, and I've been pushed to hear that it's a bad thing, because I hear about nosebleeds and heart attacks and all kinds of other things and fights and all kinds of crap about it. And I've only heard bad things about cocaine. So if the President of the United States of America, in which the majority of the public elected, is doing or has done cocaine, then what am I compared to him? I am a person who only supports pot. And pot is the only thing I will fucking support for probably a long time, until I become more educated and take that time to go through and find out what these other drugs that people are out there experimenting with are on and are doing. I can say that my opinion of pot is good, as per se. It does not lead to death directly, as argued from many different standpoints that I've been reading, and I believe that the person ultimately should be responsible for choosing whether or not they want to do pot or not do pot. Some people it affects good, some people it affects bad, and you can hear the rest of those comments in the previous videos. If you're still watching from the first video, I completely commend you. And I would like to say thank you very much, because this will be the last video section, besides me coming on camera at the end talking to you, that I will be doing on drugs such as pot. Obviously, no one knows the total, since possession of a single cigarette is a crime. Cigarette here is referring to a pot cigarette, or grass, weed, stick, joint, blah blah blah, list goes on. But Commissioner James L. Goodard of the U.S. Food and Drug Administration cites estimates that as many as 20 million Americans may have used marijuana at one time, while 400,000 some say as many as 3 million, which is about 1 in every 100 Americans, may now be smoking it regularly. Okay, I do not believe those statistics to be true. And the reason why I don't believe those statistics to be true is stated earlier in the video, that in studies they have done versus the population of the U.S., those numbers are much higher, very much higher than 3 million. Those numbers are around about 150 million. To be exact, 156,500,000 are doing pot, but they won't admit it because they're scared of the government. And I think being scared of the government is a very good thing. Like I said earlier in the Google versus linked with the NSA video, that the NSA is ultimately untrustable, and they represent a part of this government which is therefore untrustable. That will be the conclusion of this article, seeing as how it has no more. I wish there was more content to give to you. I really wish there was. Maybe I will continue in this video series and keep posting new reports about what I find via Time Magazine. Time Magazine does not seem to take a biased approach to this. I have found multiple different articles supporting both sides, and I'm about to come on camera here in just a second in the next part. If you would continue to that part, like I said, thank you for watching, and make sure you watch all of this video.